Don't forget, it cannot be super soupy. It's a chili type version. I like it thick, where you put your fork in it or your spoon and it stays, well, like this. See? It has some give into it, but it shouldn't. When I'm finished with it, I want it thick enough. I'm going to add one teaspoon of unrefined brown sugar to this. And you want to mix that. The sugar dissolves quite rapidly. And it helps kill acidity from the tomato paste, which, from what I've been told by people who cook chilies, the chili recipes, I should say, when you're adding your red kidney beans, the acidity of tomatoes, the tomato sauce or tomato paste, tends to cause the skin to become somewhat tough. By reducing the acidity, the beans remain softer. Besides, a little bit of sweet with your spice, trust me on that, it tastes delicious. Okay, now that this baby is simmering on high, you'll bring it down to 3, you'll cover it, and you'll time it for 30 minutes. Sit back, enjoy a beer with your friends, come back for the remaining recipe. Just a quick amendment, at 7 minutes in I decided to add in black beans. And I'm going to keep it until it gets thick. I may have to actually add some time, so I will add it for another 15 minutes. We're 45 minutes into simmering it at medium heat, and I forgot that the beans contained a lot of water and salt, so they added some liquid content to the actual mix. Just want to see if it tastes, if it has any flavor. If it doesn't, I have to add. Don't be afraid of tasting, just don't burn yourselves while tasting it. Always blow on your spoons. It's bland as sin. So, I'll add salt. I'll add more turmeric. And I'll definitely add more cumin. Actually, that's not enough. And because I noticed that it's not entirely sweet, I'm going to add another teaspoon of brown sugar. I'm going to cover it for another 15 to 20 minutes. Hey, I didn't say that it doesn't take time to cook, but I want this to taste nice and thick, and that it's very edible. And it's ready. Get out to the bowl. Get out my cheese. And put myself a lime beer lime. In case you love beer, yes, this is not, I'm not selling this product and I'm not being paid by the commanditaire, but Molson Canadian 67 Sublime, delicious. It's only 3% alcohol, but it has a nice character to it that makes a beer drinker enjoy their beer. I'm going to cover this because I shut off the heat. I do not want to lose any heat because I want it hot as possible. So what I'm about to do is to prep my cheese. I've got goat mozzarella. If I would have known I was making this week, I didn't think about it. I would have actually purchased goat cheddar. The reason why is because goat cheddar has more bite into it and goes well with chili. Now, if you're vegetarian, the recipe I've just done, you can add your favorite non-meat ingredients in. One thing I do recommend is simply making it an all-bean chili, which I can tell you that it is probably delicious. And if you are someone who knows how to make bread, I suggest making a very thick beer bread to go along with it. This can be served with sour cream, a little bit of guacamole, or slices of avocado. Trust me on that. Avocado has a way of bringing out flavors in meat that one can only dream of while you're having a meat orgasm. Actually, I should actually give Epic Mealtime a response on that. Tell them to do something that's involving guacamole, or at least avocado, with the meat, regardless of what they actually decide to bring out. Well, that's ready. I now need a ladle. I have none. So, I'll improvise and use a flat spoon. Now, as you can see, the texture of this is divine. The smell of it is delicious. I'm only hoping that I put enough salt and it's thick, just the way I like it. Okay, now I'm going to put a bit down, but then I'm going to take cheese and I'm just going to dump it in, and I'm going to cover it with another layer of this particular divine confection. Can you tell I love cheese? Trust me, when I was someone who could digest milk products, cow milk products, dairy products to be specific, I used to devour and drink milk as there was no tomorrow. Did you know that 75% of the Mexican population suffers from a lack of that particular gene? It's quite common. I want to cover it. Now, here's the best part. The taste test. I'll use the same spoon that I used a few minutes ago. Actually, I'll use a fresh spoon. Ugh. Besides, I'm doing the dishes anyways. I want the cheese melted too. Num num. Could use a little bit more salt, so I'm going to. But I'm not gonna bother salting this batch. But add a little bit more salt. I'll have to start measuring these so that I can recreate them without going a little bit of this, a little bit of that. No, it's not enough. But this is delicious, and I'm going to have fun with this charitas. Anyways, folks, have fun doing this with your friends and family. Trust me on this. You need to do it. You can add anything that you want. Mushrooms, make sure they're fresh, not canned. You can use stewed tomatoes, freshly or from cans. You can use peppers, green peppers, yellow peppers, orange peppers. You can use eggplant, although eggplant I'm not sure if you'd be able to do that, but for you vegetarians, make it all bean. If you want to avoid meat, it gives you a higher level of protein, and you can mix in other ingredients with it, such as mushrooms, and it'll come out tasting delicious. Anyways, folks, this was Nick, and I'm off to enjoy this. Have a nice one.